Hello, Leah here. I thought I would just go over a couple of the ways that I really like to use the summary reports that I've sent you to snapshot data between one area and another. And I'll also point out a couple of things as I go. So first, they're always organized between the status. So you'll see actives, you'll see pendings, and then you'll see solds. And you'll see various fields in each. Now, there will only be a sold price, SP, for the solds. Okay, so if we flip back up here to pendings, you won't see a sold price until it actually closes. Okay, so I use these for many things. One awesome piece of data is to look at market absorption. We could call it that. We could also call it inventory levels. So what I mean by that is in this area of Mission Hills for this search, there have been 8 homes in the last 90 days that have sold. So I'm going to round that up to 3 per month, right? 8 homes over 90 days. It's almost 3 per month. And how many homes are active? So there's 4 actives. So we have 1 month, not quite, right? A little bit more than that. 1 month of inventory that if no other homes came, in theory, if we sell 3 a month, it'd take 1 month for those homes to go away. That's one piece of information that's kind of interesting to compare area by area. Now in San Diego, generally, we run usually between, and this is the whole county, we run, 1.5 to 2.5 months of inventory. Right now with COVID, we're at 1, and in some areas we're way down. We're like at a half of 1. So that's one thing I like to do to compare. The other thing is to kind of scan, this is estimated square feet, kind of scan how big homes are. And then we've got an average, a minimum, a maximum, and a median. I don't focus too much on the minimum and the maximum personally, but how you absorb data is how you absorb data. I kind of mostly look probably at the average or the median. So in this area, this tells us that on average of these, it's only 4 homes. It's not hugely statistically significant, but something. Those 4 homes, the average is $14.95. It's on an average of a 58.94 square foot lot. It's been on average on the market for 29 days, which clearly is heavily driven by this one guy. But so you're kind of scanning the individuals as well as what the average is. And the list price is $1,021,000. Then you're kind of looking at pendings and going, okay, so our average $1,420. That's not too different than that. The days on market was 30. These are really small sets of data, 4 homes, 3 homes. So, averages easily get skewed by one guy that took a long time, that started off too high. Where it starts to get even more kind of interesting is once you get to the solds. Now you also have, so you have, okay, on average it was 1,587 square feet. My average lot was 5,908. Again, this is skewed by some of these guys that were on a super duper long time, but you can kind of see, okay, this one went really quick. Maybe you're curious what made that go so quick, and then you can go to the link and pull up that exact home. But here you can also see this list price is going to be the list price that it was before it went pending. Okay, so if they came on too high, like this guy at 269 days, if they've lowered it and lowered it, you won't see that here. I have other reports that I can share for you, but this is the list price as of the time it went under contract. So you can see this guy was $795 to $850 that sold for $5,000 over. Not a big surprise. It went in 5 days. It probably was underpriced. This guy was on for 16 days. Its list price was $900. It sold for $900. This guy was 40 days. Its last price was $909 to $959. It sold for $925. So, you're kind of looking, I would say, on the solds, kind of scan them one by one, and then also looking at the averages. Okay, so then it's kind of interesting to compare. So if we go now, in this case, to University City, we have 5 that are active, 12 that are pending, and we've sold 20 in the last 90 days. So just about 7 a month, right? If it was 21, it would be 7 a month. And so we have less than 1 month of inventory. Just kind of curious. And the same kind of analysis. Okay, on average, ooh, look, I'm getting a little bit bigger home than I did in Mission Hills, and a little bit bigger lot, and a little bit less of a price, at least on the actives. So I'm going to jump all the way down to the solds. Okay, solds in the last 90 days. I got 1,800 square feet. I got a much bigger lot than Mission Hills. The list price on average was $986, and it sold for $960. And because we have 20 sold homes, it's going to be more statistically significant, the averages, right? But you're also going to just notice that you're going to have, because there's 20 homes instead of just 8 in the last example, you're going to have more range. So you're going to have, this guy went in 7 days, and be curious to see, okay, even though it was 7 days, they came 12,000 off their price. This guy went in 1 day, and it went for 31,000 over its price. This guy was 1 day, and it sold for its price. So you'll see more, the more homes there are, you'll see more variance in, okay, there's definitely a lot of stuff that's going really quick, and then a lot of stuff that was just cock-a-doodle-doo, 119 days. They overpriced it to begin with. Anyway, so that's just a little bit about how I thought I might point out some things. Of course, you've got all the details of bedrooms and baths and what date did it close and specific lot sizes. And if something kind of jumps out at you as, wow, that seems either really small or that seems really big, you can always then just go to the links that I also sent you to look up that particular home. Okay, hope that helps. Talk soon. Bye.